CMA pass finalist, and also obtained Bachelor of Business Administration, specialized in accounting from University of Colombo, Faculty of Management and Finance. Also reading for Master of Business Administration, specialized in accounting and information management from the same institute, right? So when it comes to your subject, so the learning objectives of this subject are critically analyze corporate level and business level strategies for organizational success. So if I brief you, what you have to learn is, this is all about how we make strategies, how we formulate strategies in an organization, and that process. So how we formulate and how we manage, implement it, and manage, control. These are the things, concepts that we are going to learn regarding business strategy. When it comes to your topic, your subject, there are two parts. First part is business strategy. That is all about this process of strategy formulation and implementation. This is called strategic management process. And that is 70% of your subject, right? And the next 30% is about strategic management. So when it comes to the 70% of strategic business strategy, it has four main parts called overview of strategic management, setting strategic direction and strategy formulation, strategy implementation, strategic review and control. That is the overview of your 70% of business strategy, and the other 30% is all about strategic risk management. So now in the business strategy, first part is called overview of strategic management, which is 20% of your syllabus. So here what you are basically learning is what is strategy and strategic management and strategic management process and the task involved in that, and likewise, right? Today this is what we are going to concern, and also how we are going to analyze a company environment. So there's two types of environment called internal and external environment, and the tools that we use to analyze, right? The next is setting strategic direction and strategy formulation. So here we see how we can compare and contrast strategic thinking and strategic planning. And also you will learn how to evaluate vision, mission, goals and objectives of an organization and strategic models. Now, when it comes to business strategy, I told you earlier, it's a process. So, but each step, you have several tasks to do. In all these tasks, we use several tools. You are not just given certain tools to make your life easier, right? For instance, if you, I told you that you have to analyze your environment. So how you are going to analyze your environment? So when it comes to analyzing environment, they were given particular tools, like you can use SWOT analysis, you can use pest analysis, BCG metrics likewise. So we are going to learn what actually we are doing here is we are learning these particular tools. So how to use them, how you are going to do a SWOT, and with the SWOT what you can do, or how you how you make use of SWOT. I mean, you may by now know that what is SWOT, you are in the strategic level, but you in the business context, how you are using SWOT, that is what we are going to learn, and how we integrate it with all the other steps in the process. This is what we are, the integration is what is mainly we are going to learn in this subject, right? Now, if we go to your exam papers also, we'll discuss the structure later. So only thing is that when I check your questions, the first question, which is the compulsory case study based question, scenario based question, what I realized is that it is something that just having a, if you think that you are going to learn this much and you will go to the exam, you can't do it. because it's an integration of several topics in your syllabus. So therefore, you need to have an overall understanding of the strategic management process. So today, when I do the lesson, I will show you how we are going to learn in the future. I mean, the future, how our future lessons will be. So then you will see that it's like the process one by one, the steps and the tools involved in these steps. Those are the ones we are going to learn. This is like a story. It's very interesting. This subject is a very interesting subject, though it's a theory subject. You will see that how interrelated and integrated each step, and what how you can use it in the business context. So this is what we are going to learn in this subject. And first we will learn strategy formulation. Now strategy formulation is a second step of strategic management process. The next step is strategy implementation. So when we implement a strategy, how? I mean, we can just implement strategy. So we have seen in some companies, they have do extensive market research, environmental analysis, and after spending sometimes people take 1 or 2 years to formulate a strategy. But at the end, when they implement it, it is not a successful this thing, because implementation is the most difficult part in the process, step in the process, because we assume certain things when we formulate the strategy, but when we implement it, sometimes what we have assumed and the context in which we formulate has totally changed, right? We will discuss these things later in today's lesson. So then strategic review and control. When you implement, you definitely need to have review and control. Why? When we implement a strategy, we implement a strategy to achieve certain goals and objectives. So if we can't achieve we have to see while implementing whether we are achieving the set goals and objectives. So in order to do that, we need strategic review and control. It's the last step and it contains 15% of your syllabus. So here we are learning certain the functions, levels, and other dimensions of strategic control system, and also balance scorecard. The techniques I told you that you are not just with concepts. It tells you how to do with what you can do it. So that's the beauty of this subject, right? And also the contingency plans in strategic control and review. So it means, so if your strategy, once you implement it, it's not achieving the targets as you expected, then what you can do? These are called contingency planning. So we are going to cover all these things in time to come. And then strategic risk management. It's now that strategic business strategy formulation and the strategic management process is done with the previous topic, and this is a completely separate one, but it's also relating to strategy. So strategic risk management, this is 30% of your syllabus, and here what you are going to learn is what are the risks involved in an enterprise and importance of enterprise risk management, right? And how to assess, identify, assess, and mitigate risk involved in strategic decision. In this regard, we may refer to COSO model, where that they have prescribed what the companies can do to mitigate, and they have a model developed. So we may we are going to discuss certain aspect of it, not everything, and also unforeseen and unforeseeable risk, and case studies on strategic risk management. That's your syllabus. And when it comes to the exam, you have a 3-hour duration for the exam, and the paper consists of 3 parts. Part 1 carries 40 marks. So it's a scenario based compulsory question. To do this question, definitely I have to tell you have to learn a significant amount of you have to cover the entire syllabus. Without that, because you can't answer the question, it is not particularly from this is from this part, you can't tell like that, because it's integrated I mean, it integrates several topics, as I said earlier. Maybe the concepts from implementations, concept from formulation. So likewise, so you have to do a evaluation. Now you are in the strategic level. So you have to think like a top manager. So in order to answer the questions, you have to think like a top manager. So top managers won't do operational level things, the day-to-day things. So you have to make decisions. You have to, if you feel like something is not on the plan, not going on the plan, on the way, not going according to the plan, then you have to think. You have to tell what you can do. So you have to tell, review the plan or something like that. Your decisions are broad strategic decisions, right? So therefore, in order to do answer the paper, you need to have a very good understanding of the syllabus, right? And part 1, a compulsory question. Part 2, 2 questions out of 3 questions. There you have a choice. And again, part 3, compulsory 2 questions. So you have to answer 2 questions that were given. There are no choices, right? So this is the exam. So do you have any questions regarding this? Also, one more thing. So according to CMA, the mandatory reading is your study pack on business strategy and risk management. And also they have prescribed certain supplementary readings. And if you have time, I know you all are very busy with the work and studies. But if you have time, just read Strategic Management Theory by Jones and Schilling, and also David's Strategic Management Concept and Cases. So all these 4 books are really good ones. But if you don't have time to read these things, no worries. When I do my TUTs, I always prefer 1 or 2 of these books before doing the TUT. So the TUT includes everything you need to know, even from the study pack. I have actually, when it comes to your TUT, I didn't use any definitions because it can confuse you, right? Because your study pack gives type 1 definition and I have given another definition. Both gives the same meaning or both define the same concept in different manners, but you may get confused. So therefore, I use the same things in the study pack. That makes your life easier. Because when it comes to now, when we go to the lecture today, you will see that there are certain definitions you will learn, like strategy. When Miss Berg defined it in one way, and also Kotler defined it another way, and definitions, because that will make your, I mean, you will be confused which one to use, right? In the study pack, they said one thing and I am telling another thing. So I stick to your study pack. So that will make your life, I'm not in your pack, so don't worry about it. Before the exam, I'm going to cover it. So now we are in the
Yeah, madam.
do,
Hello, madam.
yes. Hello, yes, I can hear you.
Yeah,
Can you
I would
hear me?
like to. I would like to propose and
Uh-huh.
to know that whether we are going to have some revision kind of the part of the session. I mean, answering the past questions and all.
Yeah, definitely we will answer the past paper questions. That's very important.
Right. Are the exam is the exam is going to on online
The
basis?
after that, of course, I have no idea because
Idea, yeah.
you have to check it with CMA Institute.
Mm.
Or academy may have sometimes an idea, but I don't have any idea when it's going to happen or how they are going to have it. But there can be online exam, but if the situation is good, they will have, I don't know actually how it is going to happen. So the only thing is I will do definitely past paper question.
Right. Okay then. Okay.
But amount question, I went through your past papers and analyzed most of the time the question are lessons. So therefore, we have to wait at least we finish 1 or 2 lessons, maybe first chapter, then we can see whether the questions, we can do the questions also while we are doing our lectures as a parallel thing. Okay. And what about Manoj? Do you have any questions, Manoj?
Yes, madam. Now
Yes.
I will ask for
Can you speak a little louder? I can't hear you clearly, Manoj. Yes.
now I have no question, madam. I, I,
Yeah. What is it? You are clear. Is it?
I can see you.
I properly. Uh, Manoj,
Yes, madam.
shall I go to today's lesson then?
Okay, madam.
Okay, right, right. I will go to the lesson. If you have any questions, again, I am telling you, you can question me even in the middle of the lesson. That's fine, right? We will from the very beginning. We must have want. I mean, when you learn the complex things, you will be clear, right? You may not, you don't have any issues then, right? So let's move to today's lesson. So this is it. Today's topic is Introduction to Strategic Management. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to describe the concept of strategy and strategic management in the context. Also identify and explain the nature of strategic decisions, advantages, and some concerns of form and strategy and their main areas of focus, and appreciate the logic of Henry Mintzberg of strategy. Yeah. I would like to know, what do you feel when you hear strategy? What do you understand the term strategy? So, and Manoj both. So, what do you think as a strategy? When you hear strategy, we say, even our personal lives, we sometimes say, no, this strategy didn't fail, that government tried this strategy, it didn't fail, it work out, and sometimes that company's marketing strategy is really good, right? This word is very common word, right? So what do you think as a strategy? What is a strategy?
Yeah, it's a policy kind of thing. Maybe it's systems or process to achieve intended goals and objectives.
Mm. Okay, good. So you are somewhere there. So strategy is actually to achieve a certain object, right? So with the strategy, we are going to achieve an object. Why? Because now these strategies are implementing here in an organization. So first and foremost, we must understand organizations, companies are formed to achieve certain goals and objectives. In most cases, what they want is to maximize profits, right? Or shareholder wealth. So in order to achieve that broad objective, companies need to see how they are going to achieve this, right? So this particular company wants to uh, wants to be profitable or to maximize profits. So in order to do that, what are we going to do? So to achieve that objective, what this company is going to do is called strategy. This is the simplest form of definition I can give for strategy, right? So that may involve. Now, for example, we'll take, let's say, a garment factory. Now, this company wants to, they were in the business for a very long time, and for next 10 years, right, at the end of 2031, they want to be the market leader in apparel manufacturing in Sri Lanka. So this is a very broad objective, right? I want to be the market leader. So first and foremost, what this company should know? So in order to be a market leader, first and foremost, they must know where they are right now, right? Market leader means number one in the market, right? So in revenue, let's say in revenue. So in that case, maybe today they are in number 3. So they have to take 2 steps head to become, they have to surpass 2 steps to become number 1, right? They have to surpass the second competitor and the current, in order to, let's say the market is here. Now this company's revenue is 5 million. So they have to double the revenue in 10 years. So now you have to see what you are going to do to go there, to be a market leader. Going to do it, will have different plans. Maybe right now you are making garments, manufacturing garments only to that your particular segment is winter wear, right? You export European countries. But then again, one of your directors sports wear sector as well, like MAs or